everyone, I'm Jacob. I play Tithla. She's a ranger. Tithla's in Barovia because she's tagged along with some friends and somebody needs to look after them.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I shall be playing Killian Maxwell, a elf celestial warlock who has been travelling around Barovia for a little while and has joined up with the Tempest Guild to try and find his place.
G'day, my name's Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar divination wizard. He is here to find the best and the worst of this world, and he's doing it with a bit of naivety and optimism.
Hello, I am Raph, and I'm playing Styx, who is a Gloomforged Paladin, on the journey of rediscovering themselves, quite literally, in the land of Barovia.
Hi, I'm Ash. I play Axel, the gnome fighter, and I'm a master of the shield and a master with Trident.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Blood Gorson, Path of the World Tree Barbarian.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd 5th edition campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Lost Archives. Tom jumping in right on time there. Hello, and welcome back. We are here. We are back. It is time for our Curse of Strahd campaign, the premier horror Dungeons & Dragons campaign that you can catch live here on Twitch, roughly 7 p.m., 7:25 p.m. tonight, Australian Eastern Standard Time, all recorded at the Lost Archives D&D on YouTube anytime you want to, or any podcast platform of your choice. Few quick announcements before we jump into the session. We have a quick apology from Ash, who was unable to make it tonight. We're going to miss him. I'll have to play the character of Axel in the meantime. But otherwise, we have everyone else here with an asterisk. Josh is running a teensy bit late. But otherwise, everyone else is here, and we are raring and ready to go. Because we did leave on a little bit of a medium cliffhanger, shall we say, last episode with the situation that was going down with Tithla and Rictavio. I mean, less of a cliffhanger, more of Tithla sort of meandering back to town. But a little bit of a situation with Jonor's use of the crystal ball that he has finally used to scry upon some of the various people that they've been wanting to track down. So we did leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. The only fun announcements I have to share is we've got loads of episodes of Baldur's Gate 3 Bard-only playthrough coming soon. You'll catch them every Saturday. We're in Act 3 now, so we're pretty much in the last stretch of the game, which is lots of fun. It's been an absolute blast, and a few more episodes of The Wandering Village will be coming out over the next few days as well. For those of you who are enjoying jumping back into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2, there's special shiny raids for the Ruin Pokemon. If 1 million people defeat them in the raids, you get it as a mystery gift. We were successful in getting the shiny snail, I think Chowpian, I can't remember his name, the snail, which is really sick. It's now the ice one, the ice leopard. So if you did want to get in and grab those shiny Legends of Ruin Pokemon, now would be a good time to do it. And that's the only fun news I have to share. Shall we? Oh,
Interesting.
Do we have some fun news, Matt? Have you jumped back into Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2 yet?
No, but I was just interested in that snow leopard you mentioned. It's a pretty cool looking legendary. It's got like swords coming out of its face.
The shiny's not as good, I have to say. The shiny snail was sick. All the leaves are changed like autumn reds. The snow leopard, it changes the snow body to like black, looking like sludgy snow. It doesn't look amazing, I'm not going to lie. It's probably my least favorite out of all of them, the shiny for that. But I have to say, replaying Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2, it's a way better game. The fact that you can just see fucking Pokemon everywhere, the fact that it just runs and looks good. Tag Tree Thicket, or Lag Tree Thicket, as I often would call it, no longer is a problem. You can enter that without any issues. It's really funny how different it is, and I've actually finally played the DLC. Oh my goodness, did we just get a raid, a hype train? I think we've got
the Tank Hunter.
Thank you so much, Tank Hunter. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Wow. And thank you to the legends who've resubscribed with Prime as well, Foxtrot and Miss Snuggles. Thank you very much. Massive thank you. I think this is our first hype train in a little bit. Very, very exciting. It looks like we've got some special emotes. I'm going to spam the Nat 20 ones because they're my favorite. But thank you so much. What a way to start the stream off. Let me do the recap and let's. Oops, I tripped and bam. Let's do the recap and let's jump into the session. Then I think that is a perfect note to kick us into gear. The hype train. Our series has been following the adventures of the Tempest Adventuring Guild: Theo, Jonor, Tithla, Styx, Killian, and new allies Blood and Axel. Having become trapped within the realm of Barovia while searching for some missing adventurers, the team have gathered allies and now prepare to take the fight to Strahd and Sergei directly. With the daunting task of slaying a higher vampire and a lich now weighing heavily on their mind, when the opportunity to kick back and relax for a single night offered itself in the form of a festival in Vallaki, many of the party leapt at the chance. However, not all of the team was so carefree. The news that Savonk had brought regarding an imminent attack from Sergei's undead horde seriously disturbing Jonor, Axel, and Killian in particular. With time running out, the team split up, Theo and Tithla making their way to the town of Barovia, hoping to locate Grinna and Sen to then evacuate the village through Theo's spellcasting, while the others remained in Vallaki. Deciding to warn the captain of the Vallaki guard about the possible danger, Jonor, Axel, and Blood headed to the guard tower to find Amelia. Fortuitously, Ismark was also present. However, after reporting the situation, the group was surprised that Ismark seemed rather unfazed by the news. Meanwhile, Theo and Tithla arrived in the town of Barovia, unfortunately alerting Strahd to their presence and resulting in an unplanned audience with the vampire lord. In an attempt to protect Tithla and the villagers of the nearby town from Strahd's wrath, Theo was able to deceive Strahd into believing the team were using the festival in Vallaki as bait to lure Sergei's forces to them. With an agreement in place to work with Strahd to destroy his brother, Tithla and Theo were allowed to leave, teleporting the few remaining townsfolk with them to Vallaki. Back at Vallaki, meanwhile, the rest of the team made their way to speak to Madame Ava, keen to confront her with the knowledge they had gained in their travels. To their surprise, Madame Ava was quick to reveal the truth of her history, that she was the younger sister of Strahd and Sergei, and that her goal was to break the curse upon them both. Her method to do this, though, disturbed the party greatly. Not only had Madame Ava been the one to bring the party through to Barovia, her plan was to have one of them take the curse upon themselves to break the connection to the dark powers. Refusing to work with her for now, the team departed, soon meeting with Theo and Tithla and sharing what had occurred. Deeply troubled by the implications these revelations provided, the team quickly prepared for the festival, first heading to the Church of St. Undrel to speak with Father Dorovich and to seek Savonk, who Killian was now worried could be influenced by Sergei. After a quick catch-up with the priest, which seemed to allay Killian's fear about Savonk while increasing the fears around Ismark being under similar influence, the group split in the final hours before the revel. While Styx and Blood headed off to patrol the town borders to look for signs of undead, Tithla made her way into the woods to search for Rictavio and seek his help. The others, deciding to find Ismark to test if he was of sound mind and free from influence. Finding Ismark in the town square, directing the setup of the festival, the conversation did help to calm the party. However, when Ismark revealed he had invited his sister Irina to the celebration, the team were quick to point out the idiocy of this idea. Tithla, meanwhile, had set up a small camp in the nearby woods before using the whistle given to her by Rictavio. A while later, his white wolf Winter emerged from the undergrowth with Rictavio astride her. A man of few words, Rictavio showed little interest in stepping into the conflict between Sergei and Strahd. However, Tithla was able to convince him to promise his help in saving the town. Back in Vallaki, Theo caught up with Sen and Grinna, while Jonor and Axel stepped aside so that Jonor could use his divination magic to check on Irina, locating her safe inside the boundaries of the Abbey of St. Markovia. Wanting to also check up on the missing adventurers, Jonor used the crystal ball stolen from Castle Ravenloft to try and find Polius, one of the missing adventurers they had been sent to Barovia to find, the scrying spell revealing her fate as one of Strahd's vampire spawn. However, there was more yet to see, the orb allowing Jonor to spy into her mind, revealing Strahd's plan to use his army of vampire spawn to attack the undead as they emerged around Vallaki, conquering the town and claiming all its denizens at the same time. And that is where we left off last session. We jump straight back in with Styx and Blood. The two of you, as the party had approached the church, Blood, knowing that you had been charged with finding evidence to help support the need for caution in the town of Vallaki and potentially to look at the situation as it was in a different light, hoping that you could potentially sway Ismark into changing his attitudes here. You decided to take Styx with you. The church, enough people heading there for your interests. And knowing that Styx has a good eye, literally a good eye for these kind of things, the two of you began to make your way outside the town, looking for any evidence that you could of signs that there were undead nearby, signs that there was an attack coming to the town of Valaki. My question for the both of you is, what would your search look like? Where would you be going? What would you be doing?
Ooh. If I have it prepared, which I don't think that I do.
No, you do. You have my permission.
I've got, okay, well, seeing as I've got Jacob's permission.
Welcome.
Hard to argue with that logic.
No, I don't have it. I was going to see if I had, like, detect dead or something, but I don't unless I've got it as a.
Do you have divine sense as a paladin? You can use your divine sense.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Yes, so I'm going to use my divine sense. It only provides me up to 60 feet, but I'm going to just kind of keep that going in the hopes that I can use that to, I don't know, give advantage to the look around or something.
Yeah, and I'd say as well, if you pick when to activate your divine sense, certain locations might be, I mean, probably in the middle of town's not going to be as helpful, say, as maybe around the town walls. If you find a spot that looks weaker potentially, Styx, you know strategically you want to be saving that divine sense for where you think military-wise is going to be a good place for the undead to be lying in ambush. If they are indeed digging below the ground, maybe any signs of disturbed earth or things like that could be a good indicator.
I think probably in tandem with Blood, I think Blood, knowing what Savank told us about the undead sort of burrowing, he'd be looking for disturbed earth, anything like large amounts of it that have been upheaved by, burrowing creatures or, any sort of, signs of movement. Obviously, by the sounds of it, it sounds like a large force or a large cohort of undead are moving on. So I think they wouldn't be too. Blood would imagine they wouldn't be too stealthy. So he'd be looking, for very obvious signs of movement like that.
Absolutely. Blood, could I get a perception or survival check? Your choice. I'd even say maybe investigation, perception, or survival. Your choice. And Styx, could I get the same from you, please? Perception, investigation, or survival. Your divine sense, Styx, will change your DC a little bit for this.
My survival and perception are the same, so I'm actually going to roll survival for a change.
100%.
That's a 19 perception for me.
That's
Styx,
a 5.
not bad. Natural 1. 5. Blood.
Yeah.
You haven't actually had to do too much tracking in the wilds before. Most of your time spent has been on the waves, tracking through dense woodland and this sort of overgrown, choked marshland towards the north of town is not your natural area of expertise for tracking.
I would argue as well that I probably have done tracking, but my island homes are very small and very like Blood knows it like the back of his hand. He knows the tracks, he knows the trails. This is very unfamiliar to him.
The flora is very different. Even the land itself, the earth itself is this dark loam, whereas your island, Blood, was this very light sandstone underneath the thin layer of soil. Very Greek Islands-esque kind of appearance. A lot of white volcanic ash that's been compressed down into sandstone in certain places. This dark, loamy soil is nothing you're used to. It's centuries of decaying leaf litter underfoot that you're just not used to tracking through. As you walk out through the front gates, about an hour ahead of Tithla, who will come through here later, you can see the guards are preparing to what looks like barricade some of the gates here. Now, this is the one that leads down towards the docks. You know that this pathway, this is the gate that's closest to the church. You took this pathway before to head down towards the docks, and you see people getting ready. The guards haven't closed up the gates yet, but as you make your way outside the town, one of the guards calls out to you, "Hey, make sure you're back. Before nightfall, we'll be closing this gate. You're going to have to go around towards the west if you want to get back in."
Okay.
All right.
Good. Just make sure you know. As you continue on, Blood, you've got no fucking clue. As you're looking around, there's nothing here. If
Blood is
anything,
confused.
if anything, you're confident that there's no danger here at all. There's no wolf tracks. There's no. I mean, really, a lot of Barovia you've seen. has been dangerous, sure. But this area around the town, it feels fine. It's pretty safe, you reckon. But then, wait. The edge of the pathway, what you first mistook for a puddle, you realize is an enormous clawed footprint. A dragon, perhaps, vast in size. Styx, you watch as Blood looks at a cart track that's kind of cut through a section of pebble, shale, and has broken open a bit of rock that's made it look like a very... I mean, you have to really squint, close one eye, turn your head sideways, and it could potentially be some sort of track, but it's not. You can tell straight away as you look at it. But Blood seems really interested in this. To your eyes, though, as you look around, clear signs that there are constant traffic through here, foot traffic, cart traffic, people coming and going. The stench of fish still lingers on the air from transport to and from the docks. But looking around here, as you sort of get a bit of a gauge on the landscape, the water, the lake, the water to the north is going to make tunneling through this section here in the northern part of the town very difficult. It's going to be dangerous. I mean, if water floods those tunnels, they won't be able to breathe. Except they're undead. Cave-in, still a possibility. But judging from the landscape around here, if there's going to be any tunneling underneath the town, it's going to be to the south for sure, as you look around this area. But that's what the two of you get from your survival checks of 19 and natural 1.
I think the south will be the likely route if they were to tunnel.
Are you sure, Stickman? There is a creature that has passed through here. I point at the track.
Carts are not creatures.
Cart.
Correct.
Are you sure?
I am sure of nothing.
Oh.
But that looks like a cart.
Oh, but you're saying there's a chance. It could be a creature like a dragon. See, look, claw mark right there. It is scratched through the ground. Blood knows this.
Styx is gonna just very gently pat Blood on the shoulder. All right, and just walk away.
Most dismissive all right I've ever heard. Amazing.
Wait,
as the two of you...
Where are you going? I catch up.
As you curve around towards the east, Styx, the easiest pathway to get down towards the south. As you curve around towards the east and follow the pathway around, the soil here is much rockier, much more solid. The lake isn't going to be having as much of an effect here. And by the time you get down towards the southern part, you can see the land itself is actually on a little bit of a slope away here down towards the south. The town of Alaki kind of sits a little bit higher than the surrounding landscape down towards that southern slope. And you can see far off in the distance through the woods, probably what looks like the spire of Arginvostholt down towards that kind of south western portion as you look through. And then directly south of here, I mean, roughly is the Amber Temple. You don't know its exact location. You kind of know roughly where it is from here as you look down towards the south. I mean, it'd be an easy beeline. And depending on where they dug, if there were natural caverns here already, I mean, this earth would be pretty easy to top up. They probably would need to have wood with them to build structures and supports inside. But if there's forests around the Amber Temple, then it's very easy to clear those nearby. Yeah, this could be a possibility.
Would it be likely that they would be intending to undermine the wall and then swarm, or is it more they're going to burrow in and all funnel through the tunnels?
Yeah,
what would be more likely?
It's a good question, Styx. With your knowledge, this kind of with now that you're kind of accessing the memories of the Sun Sword Solus, the entity you used to be, you've lived through hundreds of battles. Solus fought on the front line of untold conflicts. It's hard to say. Do you want to make for me, I'm going to say a history check, but with advantage, because you're using your knowledge of military tactics here.
Sure. Ooh, nat 20.
Whoa.
Holy shit. You're normally pretty good at these history checks for the past stuff. Styx, yeah. I mean, look, tunneling up through underneath in the town itself would be one of the most sound military strategies you could come up with. In a situation like this, where you have a population that you're trying to get to, whether they're soldiers or civilians, what you want to do is cause panic as quickly as possible. A well-organized, well-regimented force is going to be far more effective at holding off an ambush or holding off an attacking force than a panicked, scattered, leaderless, divided group, especially doubly so for civilians. In this situation, they do not want a siege. A siege is the worst thing that could happen here, especially knowing that there are places that they could go with the knowledge that these are undead that you're facing. If the church is holy ground, setting things up for a siege is not good. If Sergei's plan is to take the town wholly, to destroy the people here and turn them into his forces, he cannot have a siege. It has to be quick. People cannot have a chance to hide for the safety of the church. That moment probably is an important thing to realize. The church, if that is sanctified ground, if that is a ground around it that's going to be resistant to undead and actually prevent his forces attacking it, he's probably going to want to cut off access to it as quickly as possible. While it is a sound strategy to take down the wall, it's not necessary. If you can have undead popping up all over town from tunnels everywhere, the mass panic, that chaos and confusion, and you don't care about the welfare of your creatures, right? These are undead. You don't need to keep your soldiers happy or safe or anything. Like, if they end up killing each other in the chaos, who cares? You just raise more.
Or fed.
Yeah, definitely Styx. If there's a strategy that Solus kind of whispers in your mind, that the remains of who you were whispers, this is what it will be. But with a natural 20, there's one more thing you're going to get.
Ooh.
There's a far better target that suddenly pops into your mind in this moment. This focus on Vallaki to take the people of Vallaki. Yeah, Vallaki would feed Sergei's forces, but Sergei's had who knows how long to make undead. He's turned adventurers into his undead forces. What a bunch of villagers. What does he need more foot soldiers for? If this is a plan for Sergei to get something, Vallaki's not a great target, really, as you're sort of like thinking this through. Vallaki doesn't make a lot of sense. But there is one place that would pose a genuine, legitimate threat to Sergei. The Abbey of St. Markovia. That contains his enemies.
Is that sanctified ground?
It should be, which would mean he'd need a way to get past it. I mean, there is another possibility, of course. The castle, Ravenloft, Barovia. If he's outplayed all of this, and he knows that Strahd is going to be evacuating, he could take the castle at the same time. These are two far better targets than the town of Vallaki. And the town of Barovia makes no sense. There's no way he's attacking Barovia. That's it. There's no way that makes sense for Sergei to do that. To play his hand and to waste it on taking a town of maybe 40, 50 people. Who cares?
40, 50 people that aren't there anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is Amelia in this town still?
Amelia's still in Vallaki, yes.
Okay.
So is Grinner, just as an FYI.
So is Grinner.
I got your boy out.
Have a conversation with myself.
You can do that. Yeah, Grinner's currently Grinner's currently wandering around the festival that's being set up, checking out what alcohol.
He's wheeling my date is what he's doing.
Kind of. He's seeing what alcohol is available at the festival.
Brilliant. Blood, I believe that we have the wrong idea. I need to find Amelia now.
Okay.
I'm gonna run off.
Okay. Blood follows. And he'll like run after you.
As the two of you take off, making your way back towards town, that's actually a pretty good spot for the timelines to converge. I'm going to say you got, because you easily could have spent an hour moving around, checking out this location, searching for things. And I mean, further to that natural 20 Styx, really don't see any signs in the landscape that there's no sections where earth has caved in. There's no trees that have suddenly been like chopped down and the wood's just gone. Like there's no signs that there has been any effort to build tunnels in and around here. Even if it was done in full secrecy. No, Vallaki doesn't make that much sense as a target. Not to Sergei. And you know, you're not sure how you know, but you know how the brothers think. If Sergei's going to be attacking somewhere, it's a decisive blow. He's a coward, in a way. If he is going to commit himself, it's because he thinks he's going to win. And as you two of you take off and sprint back towards town, I think we should jump back in with Theo and Killian in this moment, who are currently together, having been wandering around the setup for the festival, while Jonor and Axel take a moment to use Jonor's recently acquired crystal ball. Theo, as you make your way over towards Sen and Grinner, you can see the two of them are sort of watching this very, very hastily constructed stand being put together by a handful of Barovian villagers. With Killian sort of close behind, you can see that they're setting up what looks like some sort of festival game. You've seen a few behind you that have been set up. This one looks like it's being set up very last minute. There's an enormous, what looks like a barrel that's been cut in half, filled with water, and a chair set up underneath it on some sort of lever. And you can see next to it is a target that is being currently screwed into place by a couple of Barovian villagers. Looks like a man and his two sons currently setting up this festival game. You can hear the sons bickering over who will be sitting in the seat first. The youngest one has drawn the short straw and is complaining about the unfairness of it. It was his turn last time and the time before that as they set up this game. As you wander on over towards Sen and Grinner, you watch as Sen, sort of ears perking up, turns around and sees you smiling, this sort of like toothy grin with her canine teeth, very prominent, her wolven features kind of highlighted. She gives you a bit of a nod and then turns towards Grinner and then looks back as he spins around and sees you. Oh, hello, mate. So I just watched this lot set up some sort of dunking game. Be funny if it weren't water, though. I was wondering if I could convince them to replace it with some sort of hard liquor, and then I was going to sort of volunteer to just be dropped in it.
I mean, we could instead throw tomatoes. You have experience with that too?
Very funny, mate. Yeah, so hilarious. Why don't you get up there and I'll throw tomatoes at you next time? I'm sure we could get someone to set up the stock so you could have a go at it.
No, that is a lie. I have been done for drunk and disorderly, so that is...
Yeah, too right you have, mate. I'm not surprised by that revelation at all. Seems very character.
Oh, it's time and the place. But no, I do not think I'll be heading to the stocks tonight. I intend to try and have as much fun as I can, but I think we need to keep our wits about us a little bit. But where is the harm in a little bit of fun? I think we have all more than earned it.
Yeah, too bloody right. Right, I'm gonna go check out what alcohol options there are. I know there's some stuff for the Wizards of Wine, but I'm looking for something a bit more heartier than that. I mean, red wine's nice, but it goes down pretty quick, doesn't it?
Did you not Oh, never mind. Have fun. Stay relatively sober. We will need your skills before the end of the night. I do think, and
my skills sort of require me to have imbibed at least a little bit, so it's actually in your interest that I do have some.
Fair enough.
So that I can't feel the pain, you know.
If he trottles off, then
yes, he's on his way trotting off.
Sen, Killian, what you are both not from where the rest of us are from, and I'm not originally from there either. What kind of festival games do you have where you're from? Sen's also from regular D&D land like Killian, right?
I think Sen is from Faerun, yeah.
Well, in the regular land, I don't know what you're talking about.
That is what we call it, regular land.
In regular land.
It does sound more accurate hearing the word regular land in a British accent. I don't know why. It just does sound the sort of thing that you would hear a British accent say.
When it comes to the motherland.
Oh, God. Yeah, there it is.
We like to take things that don't belong to. No, all right, I won't.
Funny because it's true.
We like to put loads of apples in a barrel of water, and you sort of have to get them out with your mouth and things. Well, sometimes you're blindfolded, sometimes you're not. There's a couple of instances where they do that with they put like slime and things into buckets, and they hide prizes in them, and you have to go in there and sort of get the stuff out with your mouth and stuff. Fun.
Through the slime?
Through the slime, yes. It's not dangerous slime or anything like that. It's like it's a combination of like food dyes and edible slime stuff. They make it look really gross and horrible, like bogies.
I thought for sure you were about to say that they do it with gelatinous cubes or something, and I was going to start saying, no, that's not how we do things back home.
There is a dungeon that I went through that had something similar to that, where they did grind up a gelatinous cube and you had to go through it. It was a strange puzzle to do.
That does not sound very pleasant.
We sent the Aarakocra in there because they didn't have lips. Otherwise, lips would have been singed off.
What about the roach races? Do you have those?
We've had races. Roaches probably were a part of it, but we do like chicken races and axebeak races, and I think there was one time that we did a goblin race, but the goblins took part in a race.
You were not riding the goblins?
By choice?
Yeah, yes, by choice, yes.
Okay.
The choice was they either ran or they got shot. It's the choice.
And they were going to get shot regardless. Who could go the longest?
So that's how you know the starting gun has fired, which they turn the musket around and just shoot one of them.
The first one falls.
The goblin games were always quite fun. You would know
don't call them that. You can't call them that.
You would know that they had started because you'd hear the sound of a goblin go wee as they got shot out of the cannon. It was something that they organised themselves.
Okay, yeah, that's good context.
One thing that's different from my world that seems to be a thing in your world is that we don't buy goblins.
Yes. That was just a child-specific thing. You buy children, yes? Or at least
we don't buy. Well, it depends on what part of the world you go to, I suppose, but it's not a common practice where I come from. There was a time when goblins were considered the enemy, but they sort of integrated themselves within society, and they're actually really lovely people.
It's just Sen just sort of like trying to digest the phrase. That's less to do with a goblin, more with her being a child. It's just kind of standing there looking really confused, trying to figure out whether or not you're joking and deciding, I hope you are.
When I see her looking genuinely confused, I'd flash her a little grin so she knows it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Oh yeah, if you had to insight me, even like a 5 would determine that I'm 100% pulling your leg.
Okay, yeah, I agree with Killian. Most of what Killian said, they're kind of how we have our game set up. It's that sort of stuff, like apple bobbing, sack races occasionally. Like you have to like get in a sack and run around. I've not heard of roach races though. What are roach races? What make? You race roaches. Yeah. Right,
yes, okay. on this day, as I've undoubtedly mentioned, the roach is the most noble and well respected of all creatures. So we organize a race at most festivals to highlight their skill and speed in navigating an obstacle race. Lots of betting occurs.
I mean to ask, is that your headcanon or is that actual lore?
No, that's absolutely Haz's headcanon that Theo is insisting on pushing at every opportunity. It's not
It'll become real eventually.
It's not a thing. It will never become real.
Well, yes, the winner of the roach race is usually given a ceremonial position within the town or city for a time. I think it was Oxenfurt was ruled over by a roach for a number of years.
Okay, so you have large roaches in Nostea. That's good to know. How large are we talking?
So
are we talking rideable size?
No. I mean, maybe if you were very small, but No, more like ranging between maybe your thumb and your hand at the biggest brooch. You do not have to be large to be of nobility.
So Oxenfurt is a shrunken city then?
No, I mean, do you have to be tall to be a leader?
You have to be like somewhat visible to people from a distance.
Our friend Axel is quite small. He is not visible from some distances, but would you buy him?
Quite a distance.
Is this how you work in Faerun? You have a certain height you must be to govern?
If you're a bug, then yes.
That seems very backwards.
There's this sort of awkward pause as you watch the people constructing the game, who you are standing in front of their stall, having overheard this entire conversation. The father sort of looks at his two sons like, come on, boys, we're just gonna... There's some more materials back in the cart. Sort of like gesturing them out of the way as he gives you a bit of a wide-eyed look. You've mentioned buying children and buying people now a few times. He just sort of gestures his kids away.
If we ever do leave this place and we're able to do a little bit of sort of hop, skip, and jumping around the different places like Nostea and where I come from, then I'll take you to one of the shrunken cities. I reckon you'd like it there.
Ooh, you actually have a shrunken city?
I have a couple of them, yes. You have to. Some of them you have to drink potions to shrink down to the size in order to actually be able to get into the city. But yeah, they're really nice places.
Yeah, I ended up on a girls' night out. I didn't realize that's where we were going, and I drank a potion. Didn't realize I drunk a few things that night, and then I woke up and I was in a city I didn't know, and it took me a while to figure out I was in one of the shrunken cities. It was a lot of fun in the end. Took a bit to figure it out though.
They are definitely very fun, especially when you go to there's an island. Well, we call it an island. It's more of a small patch of land, but once you drink the potion and you go there, it becomes an island, and there's books and everything that they use, normal size books and things that they use to make bridges. They use coins to sort of normal gold coins that we to fit in the palm of our hand that they use for the structures of their buildings and stuff. It's really cool.
That is very cool. Yep, perhaps I would like to go one time.
Yeah. They use roaches as noble steeds there, actually, to be fair.
Oh, that seems like an appropriate use for the roach. They are known to be helpful and considerate.
And resilient.
Well, very resilient, yes. I've seen one survive a meteor swarm spell from a very powerful wizard once.
Have you now? Meanwhile, Jonor, inside. As you are sort of set up with Axel, having just finished using your crystal ball, is there anything else you'd like to scry? Or did you want to head back down and meet up with the others?
I'm going to join up with the rest. All right, Axel, I think we've learned something pretty key here. Best to get on our way and share the news. This is quite key, I'd say.
Axel nods. I noticed a bit of trepidation using that item. Is there some risk in activating it?
Yeah, the count, probably can see what I'm seeing, so it's just done carefully. I'm sort of hoping that I can get away, get halfway through the sentence, check the balls in the sack. It's in the sack. Hoping to get around that at some point. I'll figure out a way. This thing will be very, very helpful.
Okay, just let's be careful with its use then, if it comes with risk.
Well, honestly, it seems like it'll be helpful because if the two aligned forces trying to take out Sergei, it's helpful. All right. Well, I'm going to keep all these curtains shut. Just if we need to get back in here somewhere quiet, we got it all ready to go.
Perfect. Right, as you make your way downstairs, heading back out onto the street, you see Killian and Theo currently talking with Sen. Grin is sort of wandering a little bit further away. You can see Styx and Blood moving in through the front gate. The eastern gate, where you're coming back in through the two of you, the southeastern gate, is not too far from the center of town. It would be visible from here. as you begin to make your way down. The whole sort of main road from the eastern gate to the western gate on that southern portion of the town has been turned into this kind of alley for the carnival, for the festival, with that central town square where the quote-unquote bloodless coup took place, kind of about halfway between the two gates. Styx and Blood, as you make your way through, coming from the opposite side down the other way, Tithla, you have made your way back, having finished up trying to track down Rictavio. And so, skipping through town, Tithla, you can see there's children kind of running around, a few of them carrying what look like toffee apples. You watch as a little girl kind of stops and looks at you and goes like, do you want to get a toffee apple? They're really good. And then takes like a bite out of hers.
Yeah? Is that okay?
You can get them if you've got some pocket money from your parents.
Oh, okay. Don't worry then. Never mind. Thanks anyway.
Do you want a bite of mine?
I'm. No,
it's green
you.
like
That's
you.
Very kind. Oh, it's green like me. Oh, my goodness, friend. I'm Tithla. What's your name?
I'm Amber.
Amber, it's so nice to meet you. I'm so glad we're now best friends. Where we go? What are you doing today? What's going on?
Oh, I'm just running around with my sister and her friends. They say I'm too young to play with them, but like, what do they know?
What? Not much. If they say you're too young, how old are you? 4? 4.5?
Excuse me, I'm 11.
See, you're more than 3 times that.
No, I think I'm just less than 3 times that.
I'm pretty sure I know maths.
How old are you then?
That's a great question, and I don't really have a definitive answer for you.
Hang on, do you not know your birthday?
Pretty much. Yep. My parents found me. Someone tried to buy me, and here we are. They didn't, though.
You're not from here, are you?
That's normally what comes next. Oh, that's a different one. No. Have you met many goblins? Thank you.
What's a goblin?
A goblin. Goblin? Someone like me. So you know how you got people? You're a people. Sometimes you got the short people. They're known.
I'm gobbling up this toffee apple. Am I a goblin?
I mean, goblin is more of a state of mind, isn't it?
I don't know.
I really don't feel comfortable making these jokes about an 11-year-old.
Why? That's perfectly PG. She's not said anything that's problematic.
No, the buying children jokes. Why?
Yeah, that's you, mate. You need to calm down. You need to watch yourself.
You just dig yourself into a hole, man.
Totally unnecessary as well. At no point was that information ever requested in any way, shape, or form.
You just want people to be well informed.
Look out, children. This man will buy you. Quick is his face.
Does that not seem like a reasonable warning for children? I'm sorry, Owen. If you know that someone's going around trying to buy children and you're not warning the children, shame on you.
But hang on. No. But just think that through.
On you,
no. Think that through to its logical conclusion, man. I'm not letting this one go. Who are they buying the children off? Why do the children need to be involved in knowing who's buying it? It's the parents who need to be warned. Otherwise, they're not buying children.
I'm sorry. Owen lives in a classist world where everyone doesn't get to be informed of the decisions being made about them. Sorry, Owen.
That's unfortunately the world we live in, mate. It's got nothing to do with class. It's all to do with the development of the frontal lobe. But if you want to argue this one, I'll happily take it on. As you watch as Amber kind of goes like, my sister's getting a little bit further away, but we're going to come and play a little bit later.
Okay, we'll catch up and let's go this way. And Tithla runs. Let's go.
Oh, Tithla, there you are.
This is my friend. We're going this way. I'm hanging out with him. Bye-bye.
A hand flies over in the distance, muscular and formed, and taps her on the shoulder. No. We're going to go the other way.
He's the one who tried to buy me.
Amber screams at the top of her lungs, drops her candy, and sprints into the crowd.
Amber, you forgot your candy.
I think they got a little bit of dirt on it, Tithla. It's probably still fine. The toffee apple.
You're right. Tithla's gonna... Okay, Jonor, I'll be back, okay? Tithla picks it up. She blows on it.
It does nothing.
Dust
The
off?
dirt is stuck to the sugar on the outside that has been congealed and
blows
slightly
on it?
syrupy.
What? Are you eating ground food? That's gross. See,
Where do you think all
Oh.
normal food comes from? Anyway, I got to catch up to my friend Amber.
I'm pretty sure that's where the horses. That's where the horses stop. And
Have you ever had a carrot? You ever had a carrot?
I don't think carrots contribute to the contamination of food with horse dung.
What
So
What do you think fertilizes the carrot? Huh? The carrot that grows in the ground uses horse shit to grow. Okay, I gotta find Amber.
no. All right, fine. Come back soon.
Okay, I will. Bye. Can
Tithla
I
sprints
do a
off.
survival
Styx and blood.
check
You
to
catch up
track-
with Theo. You catch up with Theo and Killian as Jonor sort of wander back over them. Tithla having just taken off. Tithla, I need to know now. Are you planning on running after to try and find her to give her back a toffee apple and then rejoining
That
the
is
party,
Tithla's
or are
only
you on a
mission.
side adventure?
Tithla's on a mission to
Cool.
return Amber's coffee apple to Amber.
Just that, and then coming back to the group, or are you off on a side adventure?
Oh, we'll see how it goes. See what happens.
You're off on a side adventure.
It
Cool.
was on a mission to derail the session.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah, yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Jokes
Are
on
we getting
you.
to some kind of an invasion tonight? No, I'll be dead to be known. I'll be invading this town myself if I have to.
Just by myself. Perfect. As Styx and Blood catch up with the rest of you, I'm happy to, in the process of keeping things moving, you share what you've learned, your suspicions, Styx. How would you word? I guess actually that is an important thing. How would you word this, and would you be sort of just sharing this in the town, or sort of taking them aside and sharing your suspicion?
I think I'd be more concerned about getting a message up to the Abbey rather than properly explaining myself. He's kind of gone into get shit done mode. So I've probably gone straight up to Jonor if I haven't been able to find Amelia. Do you have a spell that will allow me to contact the Abbey?
Oh, I can speak for you. I believe I can do that. What's the message?
They
I
are
appreciate that.
in danger. I do not think we will be attacked here. It will be an attack elsewhere when we are distracted. And I feel it will be at the Abbey.
We already warned the Abbey via the.
Is that why we
market,
ran
didn't
to town, Stick Man?
Yes.
What was that, Theo?
This is a Harrison, but I thought we already we were aware of that possibility as well. So I thought we had notified the Abbey via Mardukov-based networks.
Yeah, so you do have access to the Mardukov network, and I mean you've already seen that the Blue Water Inn has kind of rolled out an outdoor stall which has a Mardukov kind of hosting it at the moment.
I know we'd already considered the possibility of the Abbey getting hit. So
yeah,
I know we had the Victor as a backup teleport plan in case we needed to get somewhere urgently tonight. So it was always on the cards, but I thought we'd already.
So you know that two of the boys
partially alerted
two of the sons of the Mardukov family from the winery. At least one of them is at the Abbey at the moment. Adrian is at the Abbey at the moment, and you know Owen Mardukov is here. He's the leader of the Lackey Mardukov family. He's the one who you guys have hung out with at the Blue Water Inn. Blood and Axel spent a bit of time with him, chatting before you guys ended up heading down to the docks, and the rest of you have met him a couple of times when you've been in the town. So there are at least, you know that there's a Mardukov at the Abbey, and you know that there are some Mardukovs in town, for sure.
Didn't we send some of them back up, the ones from the wizards, Stefania, her dad, and the auntie? Didn't they say they were going to go up to the Abbey after we left?
Yeah, that's so they should be aware there's a chance of invasion tonight. But if you think, Six, if you have evidence that's much more likely, then I think we should get the word to them to let them know to make sure. But I mean, their defenses will be strong regardless. But at least be prepared to send us a message if we need to teleport backwards to Edge.
I believe that there is an extremely strong possibility that the entirety of the undead forces will be arrayed against the Abbey in the near future.
The entirety? I mean, if I was him, would I maybe not faint in one location and then strike at another when we go to defend wherever?
Look, it is possible, however, the strength of his force will be against the Abbey, I believe. It makes the most sense when you consider who is there.
Well, exactly. I mean, I would have thought that attacking holy ground with an army that cannot step foot on said ground may be perhaps not their most tactical option. That's why we ended up here, yes?
I understand, but I have a gut feeling about this that will not go away.
Do you even have guts?
If they have an insider?
It would still be consecrated ground, no? So, I mean, someone powerful enough may be able to enter, but your standard zombie would I don't know. I'm not a religious person, but maybe they explode. Is that what zombies do?
Or a corrupt human.
That's what I was thinking. That's what Blood think.
But one person could not invade the abbey. Even if he opens the door, it is still consecrated ground. The undead cannot just wander in there.
Theo, would you bet all of our allies on that?
Oh shit! No, my friend. That's how we have Victor. He will teleport us back as soon as there's any sign of a. I think no, 100%. I think we get word up there. They prepare the defenses. We hang around with Victor for the night. If there's signs of undead at the abbey, we teleport our asses straight there, and we protect them.
How are we going to know if there's any problems at the abbey, though? Wouldn't it be better for some of us to go to the abbey and some of us to stay here just in case here gets attacked? Or it could be an elaborate ruse.
Oh well, I think if we split, wherever gets hit will surely fall. But I think we have a bunch of were-ravens. No, we can. It does not take too long to fly from the abbey to hear it as the crow flies. I'm sure the abbey could hold out for
some of the Monocorps can cast message as well.
Or cast message.
Yeah. You know that Lara has magic.
You know that ravens.
Message doesn't have a great distance, though, does it, Jonor?
Oh, message.
If you've got just a basic level, then you've got maybe one bit over 100 feet. But at your higher levels, you can sending. Yeah.
I will organize a message to be sent, and then I will return to you.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I mean, in the meantime, shall we party? Yes? No? Party?
I can just send a little message directly to the abbot. I can't get his response. I just get the responses are shaky. The more times I do this, I don't know if I can get an answer back from me each time I cast a spell. But I can let him know, ask a question, which is actually just a statement, really.
But do we know if he who rules this place sort of looks up? Do we know if he can intercept these messages, though?
Again, out of game. Oh, and I'm pretty sure we did learn that he intercepts, right? That's not.
Oh, he's already aware that there is an invasion coming. I told him this. He thinks he's trusting us that it will come to Vallaki, but I think if it comes to the Abbey, he's not going to be too put out either way. As long as we get back here tonight, so we stop some abductees from happening. Or do you mean the other one, the one with the moon?
Wait. Theo.
See?
Did you tell the guy, Bad Teeth Man?
Yes.
Did you say, is he bringing all his forces to help?
No. He's bringing some. Or speaking of which, keep an eye out. He should be delivering some manner of weapon or item for us to use. But no, he himself. He said he would be here to observe, but did not say he'd be directly involved or committing forces. I think he wants us to take out Sergei, and then, or at least Sergei's forces, and then he will strike against Sergei himself. Is effectively his plan.
So, Castle Ravenloft is still defended?
As far as I'm aware, yes, he is still populated with an entire army of vampire spawns. Yes.
Well, I just saw previously that using the crystal ball, I saw that there's a portion of the army actually walking down to Barovia at this moment. Owen, was that full army? Did I get an idea of that? Partial, full?
It sounds like at least some of that force is on its way to Vallaki tonight.
Oh, to Vallaki?
Sure.
Okay, well, if you've seen that, then, I mean, perhaps you're sending a bit more help. I think he might be disappointed if Styx is right, but, I mean... Hopefully,
well,
not too disappointed. In so far as he does not try and kill me.
Styx, you say before, is probably Abby, but could also be you were running. I was but you were running very fast. You have very long leg, very big run. Blood could here maybe you say Abbey or Castle as targets. Yes.
That is correct. However, I would rather protect our allies than our allies.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no. If he attacks the castle, the castle is just getting attacked. I do not think we'll be right to lose that defense.
Yeah.
But for the sake of me not getting killed, we do actually probably need to make it seem as though we're making an effort at this festival and that it's a big festival that looks like it has lots of people and we're acting as some manner of bait, or he will probably try and kill me the next time I'm out in the open. So wanting to party.
Very convenient. Very convenient.
I mean, yes, but it actually checks out. So.
All right. Okay.
I promised him that's why I was taking the townsfolk. So
sure,
if we want to keep the townsfolk of Barovia alive, we need to make it look like we're making them look like bait. And then Styx, if you want to make sure the Abbey is notified, we'll tell Victor to have his old teleportation circle pre-prepped, and then if we need to, we can dive through there and get to the Abbey ASAP as soon as Martikov's us.
All right.
But what if Strahd attacks?
Attack here?
Yes, what if Strahd sent his forces here to attack here? The people here mean nothing to him. He could just wipe everybody out in the hopes of taking out a force that may not attack here. So we may be fighting a battle on two fronts. The undead might attack the Abbey, and then Strahd would attack here. What are we going to do with that? If I'm being honest, I hate to say this, but I think we need to split. We need people at the Abbey, we need people here.
Well, do we think half of us alone could hold off either one of these forces, or do we gamble?
We stand a better chance. And we stand the best chance together, but then that means we have to sacrifice one of our group.
Maybe sacrifice.
Sen is going to sort of nod at this point and go, I thought you said the Abbey was consecrated ground. How would they get past that? How would they get past that? No, but like genuinely.
You can deconsecrate ground.
Can that be blocked? Like if this was a surprise attack, it kind of sounds like Styx. You've had this like epiphany, right? This wasn't.
Correct.
Maybe warning. If we can warn the Abbey, could that stop this happening? Look, magic's not really my forte. I'm genuinely asking.
Can I roll for? Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure. I'd say that's an Arcana check.
Reconsecrate.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, if I can roll for that.
Yes.
Oh. Had to happen eventually.
Balancing out your natural 1, your natural 20 with a natural 1, Styx. Styx, once land's been consecrated, it can't be unconsecrated. It's consecrated. That's how it works.
I do not think so, but I am still very concerned.
Like, I think worse, they could slip in an assassin and try and take out the abbot. So I think just warning him to be vigilant and by himself, probably safe.
Jonor,
and again, look, Killian, we only have one teleport left, but look, if I mean, I do hesitate to say this, but I can fly in a pinch. So if it does look like an attack is happening at the Abbey, we can send the bulk of you there. I can stay back with someone, and we can make sure here stays okay. And if I need to fly, I can, or I could go to the Abbey and I could fly back if needs be as well.
Jonor,
But there'll be a
28
couple
for the
hours delay
Arcana check.
between the flight time in my eagle form.
28 for the Arcana check, Jonor. To deconsecrate ground quickly, immediately, he's going to be using magic. All magic can be blocked. All magic can be cancelled out. The spell counterspell is the classic example of a way to block a magical effect. The most common way the most straightforward way to deconsecrate the ground around the abbey would be to have some spellcasters casting the ceremony spell to deconsecrate it, to make it unhallowed ground, to deconsecrate the ground. That would require the element of surprise. They could be blocked, they could be killed. If the abbot is on that ground, it's actually going to be much easier for him to block that, especially as a Deva. You think if Styx's instincts about this are right, that the abbey is the target, it all hinges on the element of surprise.
That is what... No, actually, Blood wouldn't say that. Blood is confused. Is Blood fighting or partying?
Axel sighs.
How long does it
Probably
take for us-
both.
Yeah. How long does it take for us to get to the abbey from here?
Walking?
By foot?
Yeah.
6 months, roughly.
Overnight.
I said walking, not episodes.
Overnight. It's going to take you a while. Overnight.
I've done the flight in I think it was like a 3 or 4 hour flight.
Yeah. As the crow flies, it's a bit quicker. It's about a 4-hour flight. But walking, it's going to be overnight.
So, surprise is pretty key here. But if we have the abbot and other of his skilled, occupants, so we also have Luther. They can detect magic or things of similar sorts that privy to magic and the arcana. So I think they have the ability to prevent a surprise. So we have a chance there.
Jonor, save your spell. Save your spells. I will get a Martikov to apply.
Oh, this one's from the book. I can't actually do this. I just have to sit down and go through the passage, and then I get the message out. So no spells from me.
All right. Well, if that is the most speedy way for us to get the message, then please, by all means.
In the meantime,
Okay.
I think I'm going...
Oh, sorry. You go, Josh.
In the meantime, in all being 100% honest and serious with everyone, the most important people to the brothers, both enemies and people that they desire, are at the Abbey.
True.
I agree that we need to keep Victor as a backup. So I'm going to go to the stables and see if I can hire a horse. I need to get up there. I can't. I'm not going to leave them. Even if we do pre-warn them, we don't know how strong Sergei actually is. He could instantly vaporize the abbot for all we know. We don't know if he's not going to attack it without having a plan.
Look, I think we know that. I mean, if we're trusting everything Savanka said, that Sergei is likely himself still at the Amber Temple. He himself hasn't hit the field, and if he hasn't hit the field, then I don't think he has a spellcaster as powerful as the abbot. If he did, the abbot would be no real threat to him. So I think instant vaporization probably unlikely. And while I think you are very brave, and I understand the desire to jump on the horse and ride over there, but I think that just really opens up the likelihood of you getting killed on the way, and then us, instead of having to defend a town, have to come either rescue a Killian or fight with one less friend.
You don't need to worry about. You don't need to worry about that. I know the risk that I'd be taking if I did this, and I still feel that it's the right thing to do. I got the people of Crest to go up into the Abbey. We've got people that we care about. The Martikovs, the people who I've built strong connections with, are there. I can't I understand that everybody has connections with people who are here as well, and it's a tough decision to make.
Also,
gonna
we have a
glance at
connection with you,
Axel.
Killian. We're not going to let you just sacrifice yourself for.
I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm making a decision in a what is a fork in the road. I'm making a different decision to what you've made. That's all it is.
You do not have to go alone. Axel and I, Axel and Blood are new. Yes, we could guard you, protect you, make sure you are safe. We are new. We have no stake in this other than that we want to go home. We could help. You have used our services to get across the lake, yes. Use our services again to get you to the Abbey safe and sound. What does that sound like to you, Axel? What do you think?
You watch as Axel sort of nods slowly. I think what I want to do is consider this from a military standpoint. This is an attacking force. Jonor, can you tell us a bit about the spell that would be needed to cancel this? Is it something that can be cast quickly? Does this take time? What kind of timeline are we looking at? Is an attack coming tonight? If they're digging from the Amber Temple all the way up to Kresk, how long would that take? I wonder if we're treating this as an attack on tonight, but that was only because we thought it was going to coincide with the festival. Is this all a distraction?
Yeah. So I believe it takes about an hour for someone to recast, to desynchronize the ground. I did not say that correctly. Whatever the opposite of sacred ground is, to do the opposite, it's going to take about an hour.
An hour, okay.
Okay, that's not as... I wondered if it might take longer. Okay, so that's not too long.
And I just want to point out, I'm trying not to be a dick here, but do you reckon that comparing to the abbot, that you're going to make a huge difference compared to him? Like, he's a deva.
I don't think I'll tip the balance in either way, but I would much prefer to defend the people there.
Luther is also there. Do not forget, we do have a presence there.
What of your other friend, the vampire? What of Grinner?
Oh, he turned into dust. But the non-vampire version of him is, he just went off to find some whiskey.
What if he went as well?
Well, I think it's less the problem of going and more the problem of how you plan on getting there. Riding the horses, I mean, if it's an hour-long ritual, it could be done and dusted by the orb. Likewise, it could be... They could not be digging. We don't know if they're digging. You could run into an entire army of undead along your way as they're walking up the way to Kresk, and you could be stuck on the wrong side of the Abbey. I think without teleporting in, I think it is just far too risky to go. If you want to teleport, then look, I think we need to make the decision on if we either stay, go, or split. And if we split, we teleport now, and then we just accept that whoever is on either side is just stuck there until the morning.
Axel's going to pause. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, go, Raph, go.
I just wanted to find out, where are our Revenant friends? I can't remember.
Yeah.
In the castle to the south of here, a couple of hours.
So we didn't send them off to the Abbey. We've kind of got them as just a separate force.
I think
do they know what's going on about the attack or anything? Have we filled anyone in over there?
I don't think so.
There was a concern from Haz that the Revenants we might not want to involve them with anything involving Sergei.
Oh, right, because they get puppeted. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I wasn't exactly there when we brought the skull back to them, but I mean, when I last saw them, they were definitely very much we want to kill Strahd force. So I think that's kind of what we can use them for. If they I don't know if we can just repurpose them as a...
Would it not be worth at least putting the question to them?
Could be. But again, where do we send them?
I mean, close to the Abbey. I guess they can't get to the Abbey.
I mean, we could send them to the castle while everyone else is distracted. It might be a decent time for them to hit the castle.
Well,
There is another option.
actually.
There's another option. You know that Strahd and some of his vampire spawn are coming here. It's only a few hours away. It's Argynvostholt from here.
That
They
would
could be
take
here.
care of whether they are a potential threat for the evening.
Hmm.
And I mean, the
How do
revenants don't die, right? If they get killed, they respawn back in
The next day, they
right?
come back the next day. Yeah. Every
So we
dawn.
would need to find a way to get a message to them that won't be intercepted then.
Sounds like a raven.
Yes, thank God. I thought I was going to have to transform and fly there. But yeah, we can send them Martikov.
Styx is going to run off and find a Martikov.
Wait, Styx. Well, the Revenants know us. But they were kind of very hostile on site. Do you think maybe they would not just kill a Martikov?
If we give them certain words to say, maybe they'll be okay.
The Revenants, by the time the team had left, had regained most of their minds and memories. All of them had. Their focus was Strahd.
Okay. Well, then I think that is a fantastic plan.
Styx runs off to get that moving.
As you're doing, Axel grabs you, Styx, holds you in place, goes, hang on. We need to finish. There's one more thing we need to figure out what we're doing first. And I wonder if maybe, Jonor, this is a time where we talk about what I just saw you do upstairs.
What did you do?
All right, guys.
Back Goblin.
Again,
I love when Ash isn't here and I can make his character say things that sound kind of sus. Killian, your concern is that
Goblin is nuts.
your concern is that we wouldn't know what's happening at the Abbey and we wouldn't be able to get there in time. What if there was a way that we could see what's happening at the Abbey and teleport there when we need to? We know that Victor, the Mad Mage, could get us there instantaneously, but he's only got enough energy for one more teleportation. Jonor, your crystal ball that you used before, maybe we use that just intermittently to check on things during the night. And if there's any danger,
every 45? Yeah.
if there's any danger, we teleport there.
Doesn't because it's his crystal ball, does that not open it up to him being able to see, and then he'll know just how important, because he doesn't actually know how important the Abbey is to us at the moment. He knows that something's happened there, but he doesn't know the people who are there, as far as we're aware.
Well, we just make sure we don't look at the people. Maybe we just focus on the entrance. From what I could see of the magic, you could choose where to see, or maybe just focus on the abbot himself.
Did you scry on that last member of the Tempest Guild that you hadn't found yet? The one that, in the vision, was dragged into the ground by the undead?
No, I've not done that one yet.
Because that might tell us where the undead are.
Cool, we can get it. Yeah, that's a very good point. Okay, so all right, I'll send a message to the abbot using my divination ritual, and then we'll find this last party member. Happy with that?
Styx is going to run off and tell the Martikovs to send a raven to Argynvostholt. Okay, Styx, I need to know what your message is. Jonor, I need to know what your message is. These are very important things.
My message will be that there is a party of vampires that will be easy pickings, and likely including Strahd, but I won't use the name, traveling here via the castle. Well, not via, but close to, and will be an easy ambush target if they can get on the road ahead of them. They can potentially ambush them and wipe them out, hopefully.
Okay, perfect. And Jonor?
Considering mine has to be a question.
Yes.
Considering the Lich's tactical mind of attacking non-strong forces or not dominant forces, have you considered checking the perimeter of the Abbey for anyone attempting to deconsecrate?
Jonor, rather than casting, I'm just thinking, I'm going to help you out here. You know that some of the Martikovs have access to magic. do you also want to check and see if
Yeah.
the Martikovs can cast Sending for you? I'm just thinking in
That'd be
terms,
way
because you
better.
would know this,
That'd be
Jonor would
way
remember
better.
this. In terms of utility, is that a better use of your...
Way better.
Okay.
Yep.
What would be the message that you would want to send to the Abbey?
This one can be a group then, because we're all doing
Yes.
it together.
Yes, everyone can work on this together.
Look, I think we did.
The Lich.
Oh, Wayne, how many words do we get?
25 words, I believe.
Or less?
Or less.
25 or less.
Potential invasion check for deconsecrating mages. How are you? I hope you are doing fine.
Just to be clear, isn't the word we're looking for desecrate?
Well,
Okay, cool.
I
Yes.
assume it would be deconsecrate if you were doing the opposite of
So you can
consecrating.
still technically fine. Both are acceptable. Desecrate,
Okay.
deconsecrate.
There you go. Just while I'm learning things. See, that's the great thing about being able to share these times with your friends. It's a safe space that we can ask questions.
Tithla's not there.
challenge
You're currently
ideas.
chasing down a child with her sticky leftover.
Give me back! No, here, take back your lollies.
Axel's going to nod and go, we need to warn them that they could be digging, that they could be coming from underground. That's a severe tactical disadvantage if they don't know that. We need to make sure we mention that the undead could be coming from the ground, from underneath.
Well, I mean, don't have to dig up a whole mountain. I think.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Digging-
sense. They wouldn't do that, would they?
No, I mean maybe to Krez, but I mean even that is just such a ridiculous distance to dig. If they're coming overland, hidden in the forest. I think the digging would be a short-term attack, but to the Abbey, no, they'd have to go up the path.
They do have lots of undead creatures. I'm sure there'd be something that could make big holes in the ground, like giant worm basilisks type things.
Still, it'd be solid rock that have to dig up to get to the mountain. It's not like it is soil.
Well, it's still worth mentioning, I think.
Cut
Oh, yeah, I
to
think
Shai
going out-
Halud emerging from the side of the mountain.
An undead Shai Halud would be horrifying.
Yeah. An undead Shai Halud would be terrifying.
And would still be safe on the mountain.
Yeah, you would be safe on the mountain. It's famously the sandworms don't
Yeah.
go up on the stone parts.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, all right, I reckon it's fine. But I mean, I think I'll alert them to the possibility. I mean, the key thing is to be prepared for potential desecration / deconsecration, and then potential undead incursion. Otherwise,
Okay, so the message it
via
sounds like
subterranean or
is,
terrain.
is possible attack tonight. Undead from temple. What else we got? We're up to 6.
Check of deconsecration possible.
Check deconsecration possible. Yep.
Subterranean question mark.
Subterranean question mark. Yep. Yep. No, that's good. Can return if needed. Send message to Martikov.
Yeah. That's actually probably pretty important to know that we can come back.
Even just like aid available or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Will return needed question mark would work too. Yeah. Okay. And then send message Martikov would work really well. Okay. Anything else for your message? Because you will get a reply from this instantly. For both not so much for our Ginvos talk, but you will get a reply immediately with the spell message. Absolutely. As you sort of move on in, Owen looks at you and goes like, "Oh shit, you need me, don't you? Okay, come into the basement." Takes you down into the basement, away from prying eyes, gets the message from you, sends it, pauses for a moment, and then the reply comes back. Anything else for your message? You've actually still got about 8 words left, if you need them.
Hope you're well. Love.
Hope you're well. Loves and kisses. Hugs and kisses.
Are you pooping?
Are you pooping?
It's a critical role thing.
Any other questions? No? Looking good? Cool. Alrighty. The response comes immediately back from the Martikov. Lara here, sending patrol around. Caution advised. As like a confirmation, kind of caution advised. We'll send if anything unusual to return at once. Stay safe. is the instant reply.
Perfect.
Well, good. That's done. We can party now.
Woo!
Yay!
Quick scrying first. Find this last party member. To the room. Down up the set of stairs. Let's find the last party member. There,
Okay.
the undead.
So all of you can see when Jonor uses this crystal ball, all of you can see what's reflected on the surface. So, Jonor, as you cast your scrying spell once more, you are currently looking for it was Hjalmark Spirehand, the male dwarf cleric who had been last seen dragged below the ground by these grasping zombie-like hands. As you activate the crystal ball again, you watch as at first clear, the ball becomes translucent and hazy before fully opaque as mist swirls around inside. Then the mist parts to reveal an armored figure, red hair covered in what looks like dried blood and bits of viscera. And as the image begins to clear and zoom back, you see the figure before you is gaunt and desiccated, the skin half hanging off an open, bare skull on the right-hand side. Single eye rotten away, the other in the skull burning with this purple glow. Figure is standing amongst a sea of other undead. A mixture of humanoids. You see elves, dwarves, dragonborn, halflings, gnomes. It looks like an army of undead adventurers, of mercenaries, of people brought through the mists to these lands. They're standing in some sort of cavern. The walls are soft, loamy mud, and you can see there are beams of wood that have been erected to hold the cave's ceiling aloft. They're not moving, they're just standing there, all of them. There's no sound, nothing. Just the sputtering light from the torches along the walls that occasionally flickers. Rows and rows of the dead standing to attention, waiting.
And what would he be waiting for as I pry into his mind?
Now, quick question. Detect thoughts. What does their intelligence have to be for detect thoughts?
Oh, good question.
Is there an intelligence requirement, I guess is the question. Let's have a look.
Nothing there, I believe.
In that case, then, the detect thoughts is going to be kind of entertaining. The surface level thoughts are eerily silent, Jonor. Really, there's not much at all in this mind. Just wait. And that's it. Just a single word is all that is inside this creature's mind.
Not helpful. Not helpful.
Owen,
Hello.
in the orb, the cavern,
Yes.
it's pretty dark, right?
Yeah, just the sputtering of flame from torches on the walls, yeah.
Does the because this when Styx and I went to the other side and we were kind of looking across from the lackey across the way, the general geography of the mountain, the color of the stone, the terrain, does it, like, I guess we were only looking at like the above ground stone, but
I get what you're asking. Does it match kind of the
is it
geography
in line
of the
with
region?
Yeah.
Can I get a perception or investigation check, please, Blood? I would also allow survival here as well. That would also be a fine choice.
I'm gonna do a survival again. Please do better than a 1.
Can I help with that?
Yes, I will allow this. Absolutely.
Okay, that's 17 or
17's not a
possibly
bad start.
higher. Oh yeah, 21. Let's go.
Blood. At first, there are some similarities that it shares. The earth itself is this sort of soft, dark, loamy mud. But the more you look and examine this area, a large portion of this tunnel has been built to move around what looks like an enormous section of stone and rock. And you can see that a number of the undead have hammers that they've used to smash through rocky terrain. This does not look like it is likely to be underneath the town of Vallaki or in the nearby areas. A lot of this is rolling hills. There's not a lot of rocky outcroppings here. It could be in other places. Somewhere a bit more rocky.
I just sort of say, they're not under Vallaki. The ground doesn't look right. They're somewhere rocky, mountainous.
Like underneath the mountain where the abbey is, that sits on top of.
I did mean to ask, Jonor, did you want to push deeper with your detect thoughts?
Absolutely.
I believe I make a wisdom saving throw for the zombie.
17.
Yeah, it's got a wisdom of 6. This is I reckon this is going to be an easy pass for the zombie. Yeah. Yeah. I think a 4 probably sums up how we're feeling right now. As you delve into the zombie's mind, pushing deeper below those surface level thoughts, you catch glimpses of its immediate memory, impressions of what it's seen, of what it's experienced in the recent past. The passageway that it has moved through has been a long and winding one. Fragments of its vision as it passes through this enormous tunnel all the way back to the Amber Temple. You see glimpses of what looks like probably the inner sanctum of the Amber Temple. Columns of beautiful carved stone, gold around the outside, worked in as this fine filigree. And a figure hovering before the legions of the undead. Corpse, really. Desiccated, dressed in what looks like bandages of fine silk wrapped around thin, almost like wire-like armor wrapped around the form, hovering in place, not speaking but commanding with his mind these undead forces. March to Kresk, take the town, ascend the mountain. When the barrier drops, kill all inside. And for the effect, because we love the effect, I will do it properly. As you hear, march to Kresk, take the town. When the barrier falls, kill all inside. Sergei's voice echoes in this command, and the legions obey. There's one more thing you glimpse though, Jonor. As Sergei turns towards a group of 9 figures dressed in not really adventuring robes, not this mishmash of armor or items that sort of identify them as outlanders. These are dressed in what look like strange flowing robes, long pointed hoods, each holding a scythe at their sides. You watch as Sergei commands them. You hear his voice again echoing through in the mind of the zombie. Attack Vallaki. Kill all. Distract and keep them busy. As he commands these strange figures in dark robes.
Need to pick between the... Is this... I know that the scry is visible through the orb, but is
Jonor has to say thoughts? This. No. Detect thoughts is Jonor's special thing.
I'll just wait for Jonor to share this.
Thinking the lyrics of a song, I would be sharing what he had learned.
Well, fuck.
Can I roll for who the fuck are they?
Yeah, I will allow a who the fuck are they roll. That's gonna fall underneath. I'm gonna say Arcana or History or Nature check, your choice. Really falling under the
Could I roll something?
Actually,
on
religion as well. I would allow a religion check in there as well.
Could I roll? There's something that Josh is unsure of when it comes to the lore of liches.
Yeah.
Could I roll to see what Killian?
Yeah.
If Killian knows the The question that I want to know is, if you kill a lich, does all of its undead beings die? is what I want to know.
Can I have an Arcana or Religion check, please, Killian?
Oh, I know what you're thinking.
So,
Are
Styx.
you thinking we just need to go after bigger stickers?
Yeah.
Leave the others.
A lot of people could die while we're doing that.
17 Styx. You were asking what the fuck are those? I believe was your specific. Styx with a 17. These creatures that are there look to be definitely undead, 100%. Judging by their appearance, you think they might be death shepherds.
Is that like Death Leopards, but not as good?
Death shepherds. Yeah.
It's a cover band.
Death shepherds are undead creatures that can disguise themselves in circumstances, can disguise as living beings, can hide themselves. They're designed for infiltration. They're not particularly powerful.
Oh, jeez.
They are
Amber.
resilient.
Amber.
They are resilient, but they're not particularly powerful. They're designed. What they're best for is striking, rapid strikes. They can bring back undead. They can raise creatures around them that fall in battle as zombies or skeletons. But again, not particularly powerful undead creatures. These look like they are very much being sent as Sergei says, as a distraction.
Do we have any gauge on how long ago he issued that
Yeah,
order?
I was going to ask the exact same thing.
With Jonor's sort of attempt to grab this information from the mind of this undead, it's within the last 2 or 3 days. This is like it's taken a while for the undead to march through these tunnels. It looks like these orders were given within the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I was more hoping
launching-
to last 2 or 3 hours, because 2 or 3 days it could be literally anyone, and I could have just shepherded in those dead shepherds from Barovia.
I'm launching my second use of Divine Sense. I know it's only got a 60-foot radius, but I'm going to ping that and now just start running around the town.
God, I wish I had my 6th level spell slot left.
Okay. 2 quick questions. How long does your divine sense last for? I think it's it's like a pulse out
like
from you, isn't it?
forever?
No.
Can I turn
10
into a
minutes,
giant
I think.
eagle and pick up Styx and fly him around like a UAV?
like a metal detector, but
A drone striking this shit.
You have to be specifically holding him by his feet.
yeah. I get 6 seconds at a ping, and I've got 2 pings left, so I'm going to use both of those around the town.
Okay.
Being
So
flown by my ankles.
So before you do this, Styx, I'm going to be really, really nice in this moment. While the festival is still being set up, it's people moving all the way through the town. But you know that when this festival starts, people are going to congregate and be more concentrated in and around the town square and in and around the festival. If you've only got 60 feet to play with, you would know that probably it's in your interests to make sure you get as much coverage on as many people as possible, to either look around and find people acting suspiciously and then confirm with your divine sense, or wait and hold it for when you've got the most people within range, because it will tell you the rough
then
direction.
there's so many people in the one spot to get scythed. Yeah, okay.
We have another option. I have just got the ability to see truly. Someone here.
I can also see truly. I have 20/20 vision.
I can see real well too.
Is
Anyone
this
in
something?
disguise.
Is this something you've just gotten? Have you powered up?
In my last
since-
rest, I've just figured this out. I have ability to have true sight. I can, within 120, I can detect if there's any creatures that are transformed.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so-
much cooler than you were describing. I thought you could just take your glasses off.
So we've got
Oh, this
four.
one's
We've got
pretty
4
good.
options.
Raph, you've got 10 minutes on your divine sense, just so you know. I was just pulling open the paladin stuff. It's 10 minutes.
Oh, is it one action to cast and then
One action to
Yeah.
cast, yeah. It's a bonus action.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Well, I've got 20 minutes
yeah.
worth of
Drone strike is much better. I can fly over the whole town in 20 minutes.
Yeah, drone strike it is.
Drone strike it is. Okay. So, as the two of you are doing drone strike, Jonor, Tithla, Blood, Killian. Sorry, Tithla. We'll get back to Tithla.
Yeah.
Jonor, Blood, and Killian. What are the three of you doing? While Theo transforms into a giant eagle, picks up Styx, and then just like ascends vertically above the village of Valaki. What are the three of you doing?
Blood looks at Killian and goes, "We need to get to Kresk."
We do. I think we've got one of maybe 4 options. We either all stay here and defend the town. Some of us stay here and defend the town.
Killian. There's no one left.
Yeah, but they're in the abbey.
Yeah, but that's so like for context, that's like most of a day's hike up the side of the mountain from the village of Kresk to the abbey.
Yeah, the abbey's still under attack.
But not
so
like
a great
not
option.
tonight. You know that it's not gonna get there tonight.
If we clear this area and then teleport to Kresk and then protect Kresk, so we can find them all these dark shepherds here, and then teleport to Kresk and help defend there. We can do both things.
We could, yeah. That sounds good.
Just so you know, Jonor, there's no one left in Kresk. Killian evacuated it.
No. I mean, the Abbey. I said Kresk. I meant the Abbey.
Just check it.
Yeah, sorry.
The other option is we just go straight for the throat, and we go straight for the one in control of the undead army. Take him out. Take everything out.
I'll communicate via messages. I'm flying Styx around. I did have that discussion with the big man. I had to convince him not to, but I figured if we do that, then whatever we are leaving behind is going to get massacred. So I mean,
how quick we are.
I did not think it would be that quick to get all the way through, and then to kill him in the Amber Temple. They did.
Well, we know that Abbey is safe for now. So maybe now is the time to strike.
Yeah, we have to stay here. I mean, the Death Shepherds are going to. I suspect they will hit tonight. Yes.
All the people in this town are going to die no matter what.
Well, when did you get so grim?
There's a long. There's 9 of them for one, and we're in what is now a very densely populated area. So
you'd rather leave?
No, I'd rather not. It's difficult. I know we're saying that the Abbey is protected at least for another night, but I still can't shake the feeling that we're going to get there and it's going to be complete decimation because we've miscalculated something somewhere.
So we know right now the teleport is still there.
Yeah, we know they're safe right now. We just spoke with the abbot. We go kill all these shepherds, and then we go teleport to the abbey. And so there's no deaths there, and there'll probably be a couple deaths here, but it'll be way less than if they strike first.
Through Theo's message, you just hear, "Wee."
On that note, I'm going to jump over to Tithla.
Oh, God.
Tithla, my boy.
Oh, no.
My girl. Tithla, my girl.
Hi.
As you begin moving through the crowd of people preparing for the evening's entertainment, as you sort of call out Amber a few times, could you make me a survival check, Tithla, as you try and examine the nearby area to try and track her down?
I would love to. I rolled that's only a 14.
14. You're tracking a child. 14's enough. She's not like some fucking like
I mean, I rolled a
master.
4.
Yeah, plus 10. It's a child you're trying to track. It's not like you're sort of hunting a fucking like dire wolf through the forests. It's just you're just following.
See,
yeah.
My problem is I think with a 14, Tithla's instincts would take over, and she would be like hunched over as if she was tracking a beast she was hunting.
Cool.
Even though her intent, hey, just trying to find Amber, give her a thing back, but she's like sleuthing, looking as if she's trying to kill some beast.
Okay. Tithla, as you make your way through, it's not so much her tracks that are hard to follow, which they're not. She's got tiny little footprints amongst the crowd, which is very easy to spot. It's more about making sure that you can follow her footprints with so much foot traffic happening all around you, with people moving and stepping on essentially your very important tracks. I'm guessing at this point, if Tithla is doing the whole like hunched over tracking through the woods, you're like holding your hand and being like, wait a minute, please, just wait, as you're like passing through and like stopping people in their tracks as you try and follow her little footprints.
Yeah,
through the
it's
crowd.
just out of my way. I'm here. There's a very important business. You wouldn't understand. Don't touch the candy. Get out of the way.
Yeah. As you move through, a sort of a sea of chaos emerging behind you as you kind of push your way through. People pulling up horse-drawn wagons so they don't run over the child who's just walking out in front of them. Like, there's a bit of chaos that you're creating.
I'm trying to get that child. Stop it.
Which Styx you do see from the air a little bit later on. But Tithla, as you pass through, it doesn't take you more than 5 or 10 minutes to find to find Amber and the rest of the kids. You can see they're kind of huddled around looking at something over off on a side bit. You've moved away from the main street now, passing through a few alleyways into what looks like a small courtyard garden behind a number of the terrace houses. Probably a small park once upon a time, but has been used to hold trash, people's garbage, things like that. And so it's kind of become this, I mean, the grass is dead, the tree is spindly and malnourished. And you can see the kids kind of bent over looking at something in the dirt.
Tithla wants to sneak up behind them and then just like insert herself at the back as a part of the group. What are we looking at?
Do you want to make a stealth check for me? We'll see how effective you are at this.
Would love to. That's an 11.
11.
We
Tithla,
got to look after the toffee apple.
You don't get as close as you would have liked. At this point, you're kind of more focused on making sure none of them spot you as you creep around, moving quietly. There's a loud crack as your foot steps on something, and you hear something crack underneath your boots. And as you sort of pause and freeze, look up, you watch as the kids all turn around, surprised. Amber kind of like looks. The kids are like, "Oh, what?" And Amber goes, "Oh, hey," and gives you a little wave, and then looks and sees the toffee apple and goes, "My toffee apple."
Yeah, I got all the dirt off it. Here you go. And hands it back, still fully covered in dirt.
She sort of looks and goes like, "Thank you," and then begins picking bits off. One of the older girls, these ones, the rest of the sort of children here, is a mixture of boys and girls. About 4 other kids here. They look to be roughly sort of 13, 14 by your best guess. And you watch as an older girl, 13, 14, probably Amber's sister, judging by the familial similarities that you can spot. Similar kind of chin, same color hair, this very almost like grayish brown, quite an unusual color. And as the sister kind of wanders over and looks down at you, who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Tithla. Who are you?
I'm Elsie. What are you doing here?
That's a nice name.
Thanks. What are you doing here? How do you know my sister?
Oh, we just met.
Okay.
What are you doing here? We just met in the street, and then she dropped a toffee apple, so I brought a toffee apple back. It's pretty simple.
You watch as one of the boys goes, "Ah, oh, Elsie, get rid of her. Just tell her to go away. Go away." As he looks over at you.
That's not very nice. Are you a mean person?
No.
Oh. Okay, then. That's good. I thought you were because of the things you said, but if you're not, then that's good. Thanks.
You can come and see, but you got to promise you're not going to take any, all right?
What is it?
We found some bones.
Oh, what kind of bones?
I think they're a person's bones.
Oh, that's not good. Is
you
it
watch
in a
as Amber
cemetery?
kind of like squeals a little bit and moves back. It's like, "No, don't say that. That's gross."
Here, let me look. I'll tell you what it is.
Tithla,
I've seen lots of bones.
As you get a little bit closer, moving through the children, as they part to sort of let you through, you can see that, yeah, the ground here has been a little bit disturbed. It looks like the kids have kind of kicked up something. Can I get a survival or I'm going to say survival or investigation check here?
Cool. Well, I'm going to go with the one that's a +10, not a +1.
That checks out.
Yeah. That's a 19.
19. Tithla, as you examine this, yeah, they have kicked up perfectly preserved, bleached white bones. And as you sort of like begin picking through them, lifting them up, you can see that they are impossibly clean. There's not a hint of decay upon them at all.
Huh.
And they've been very lightly buried, as if just a little bit of dirt's been kind of stuffed over them. And as you sort of turn to look back where you came from, that crack that you heard, you see little fragments of what look like white bone on your shoes.
Ow.
And as you wander back over, you see that stone you stepped on that kind of broke a bit. That was a skull.
Huh. Hey, what's your name? Mr. Not Mean Kid.
I'm Mattis.
Mattis. That's a fun name, Mattis. Do you ever just stand there and say Mattis?
No, that'd be weird.
Mattis.
Yeah, it's a weird name. I'll never do that.
Do you do that with Matt, do you?
No.
I know for a fact Harrison looks at me and goes, Harrison! Everyone, just to get himself ready for the day.
Yeah.
How'd you find the bones?
We were playing hide and seek. You know, we have to, like, someone hides and the others have to, like, well, a lot of people hide and one person has to find.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with games. Yep.
Well,
Concept.
okay, and I was going to try and hide in here. I thought this would be a good place to hide. Like, I was going to go and move around behind one of the doors there and, like, hide around the back of the boxes over there and the broken table. But then I saw these bones, and so, like, I called everyone over because I thought it was cool.
I mean, that's pretty fair. I can't blame you for that. I'm gonna pick them up now real quick and just have a look, okay?
We agreed you wouldn't take them.
I didn't say I was gonna take them. Just having a look. I'm a person of my word, okay?
Amber tugs on your sleeve. What if the big bad skelly man comes?
Have you seen the big bad skelly man before?
Maybe.
Maybe. What does maybe mean? Is that
In the book my mum reads to me, there's a big bad skelly man. There's a picture of him, and he's really scary.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If he comes, I'll protect you. I promise.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
With my life.
You watch as Elsie Amber sister looks like, you just met her. What are you talking about?
And
Why are
we
you
are
scaring my
best
sister?
friends. I made a promise to protect her. How is that anything but comforting?
It kind of implies that she's going to need to be protected.
Well, no, it was just comforting because she was worried that no one would protect her. And so here I am. You know what? We're friends. We're fine. She gets it.
Tithla.
And Tithla is going to inspect the bones for cause of death.
Okay, medicine check, my friend. Medical genius at work here.
Okay.
Does the picture in the book resemble a certain figure that is currently being flown around going, wee?
21, baby.
Wee.
Keep in mind that as a medical genius, I do only have a +2.
Fuck, 21 with a +2.
Really good.
God damn. Tithla.
Yeah, baby.
As you pore over these bones, begin pulling them out, there's a number of individuals here. It looks like there's no other way to say this. It looks like a mass grave. You don't want to dig too deep, knowing that there's going to be more here. But as you piece through the bits, you can find scraps of clothing. The bones are unmarked, but the clothing tells you a really interesting story. No wounds at all on the bones that indicate the cause of death. There's no scrapes, scratches, fragments missing from the bones, and they're weirdly assembled. It kind of looks like they were mostly intact when they were here. And then the flesh is just kind of rotted away. The fabric is what tells you the real story. It's been decayed rapidly, incredibly rapidly. Something magical.
Or magic.
Magic, definitely. Magic at play here. Magic to
enough, the
decay.
M-word.
Yeah. Okay.
Tithla is going to just start thinking real hard.
Jonor, I need advice. Jonor, I need advice. Jonor,
Nothing
I need
happens.
advice.
Nothing happens for the first few recitations of this Tithla, but then a sound from behind you, a door opening.
Ah!
And as you turn, you see a figure stride out, a man with blonde hair, dressed in linen tunic.
Jonor?
At first, you think so.
Hello?
But it looks much older, skin tone is a bit darker, a Barovian man from the looks of things. But as the figure strides out, you watch as he stands there, looks down at you and goes, "Children, why are you here?"
Hi,
Leave
I'm
at
Tithla.
once.
What's your name? Hi, I'm Tithla.
Leave at once.
My name's Tithla. Hello.
It's at this moment you hear a weird sound from above you, Tithla. It sounds like metal grating on metal, but higher pitched. Styx, would you like to say "wee" for me?
Wee.
It's at this moment, as Styx is on Theo's back, flying above, your divine sense pings Styx. An undead within 60 feet, a number of undead clustered around inside one of the buildings below you. And as you look down into the courtyard, you can see Tithla standing before them. At least before one of them.
Waving
I'm
at
going to
them.
drop and try and land on him.
Okay. as Theo is holding you, do you just like grab Theo's claws and then just pull yourself free?
Yeah, I kind of like just rip cord off. Down.
Okay.
Theo does come with an easy release cord.
He does. You just punch his leg and he's like, ah! Could you please roll for me? I'm going to say this is going to be more of an athletics or acrobatics check, and I'm going to throw in some more music while I'm
Superman landing. Superman landing.
Yeah,
Terrible for your knees.
Good thing they're bionics.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
It's not. Are you fucking kidding me? It is a nat 20.
The Helldivers music starts playing.
That's so sick. I love that.
Here's what happens. Styx, you don't even punch Theo's legs. You just gently reach up and unhook the back claw, the thumb claw, which immediately loses grip, and you just drop. As you fall from the sky, turning yourself down and falling, you only fall for it's like a half a second, because you're only falling about 60 feet at this point as you just drop down on top. Because the thing is, right, with your bubble, the higher you fly, the less effective your divine sense is. So Theo's really brushing the top of these buildings, which are only sort of like 20 feet tall, most of these terrace houses. As you drop the 60 feet, or probably less, probably 40 feet on top of this figure, Tithla, you watch, as you look up, you see enormous wings and then a blur. And the man in front of you goes from a fully intact, upright human to a smashed, broken figure on the ground. Styx, could you please roll me? Could you roll me 4d8, please?
Oh, shit. Yes.
We're going to do this as like it's a falling speed kind of thing as you just drop from the sky.
Was that man the target, though?
We're about to find out.
Oh, no.
It could have been the bones.
17. It could have been the bones.
I didn't like him anyway.
As you drop, landing on top of the figure, smashing into him, something happens. The figure's form shimmers and falls apart for a second as Styx slams into them and smashes down onto the ground. You watch as one of their arms shatters off, falling and landing in front of you and the children, Tithla. And you watch as this hand, a human's hand, suddenly begins to shift and change, the illusion magic burning away as the hand turns over and begins to crawl towards the children. You watch as one, the children scream and sprint out of there as fast as they can. Amber throwing her candy apple at it, which then sticks to the arm before sprinting out the other side. As you sort of stand there looking down at this arm in front of you, and Styx, as you slowly rise to your feet, Styx, you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You could have taken a hell of a lot worse, but a natural 20 comes with some benefits for you. As you slam onto the figure in the ground, that is going to be initiative, please, for Styx, Theo, and Tithla.
What are the odds that I get a surprise attack round on him?
All of you do, well, yeah, I guess you do. Actually, what I'll do, let me move you across to, I'll just chuck you on a map before you roll your initiatives. That's fine.
Oh, I already rolled mine.
No, that's all good. It's all good. I figured that might happen.
I can re-roll it.
No, it's all good. I'll use Mount Baratok just because that's the one I've got closest with all of your figures on. Just because I don't want to reveal the other.
The rest of us are all in the room. And we're like, well, being Styx and Theo are going around and they're going to identify where the rest of them are, maybe we should go tell Ismark and Amelia about all of this before any, before the shit hits the fan, sort of thing.
Sounds like that. We should go.
What we do? I did identify them all first.
Given that we know that there's people who are illusions here, and Ismark was behaving weird, I think he's probably the last person that I'm going to go tell.
No, we checked him. You checked that he was Ismark.
But do we know that you're checking that his Ismark would actually...
You have had detect magic up around him.
Yeah.
To be
fair. He's almost definitely Ismark. He could be a controlled Ismark, but he is definitely Ismark.
Well, let's make our way towards him so we can warn them. And Jonor, maybe you could...
Amelia.
Yeah, let's go let them know. And Jonor, on the way, you could do your...
a disguise.
You could do your eyes of true sight, or whatever you want to call it, and we can see if any of them are actually... Anybody that we pass might be one of these spirit things.
That
these
sounds good.
Shepherds.
As we start running that way, I'm going to cast True Seeing on myself.
Alrighty.
And then just like glancing at everyone I see.
Okay. So, here is what happens. In our initiative order, I'm going to use the zombie
that
token.
one on the initiative.
Yep.
So no surprise.
One or the other tonight.
It does seem to be that. Tithla, let me add your turn as well.
You're rolling D2s.
8 from Tithla. Perfect.
I had a 50-50 chance of getting...
Start of ones or 20s, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I didn't roll very well for the Death Shepherd. Just so you know, remember Theo can... If you wanted to let the others know what's happening, you are still flying above, you can still cast message if the others want to be nearby. Like, you're not that far away.
Not worth it.
Last message while I'm in Eagle Form. I might have just been making that up.
But I'm happy to have that conversation before you took off. But yeah, okay, in that instance then, yeah, at some point, I mean, if you wanted to go and let the others know, you might, it might be...
That.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, would Sen have come with you while you did this riding on your back? I don't know.
Yeah, fine.
Probably.
Could you carry a 400 kilo automaton and...
Probably not both. Yeah, Styx is very heavy. Okay, that's okay. That answers that one really easily. Alrighty, in the initiative order,
We've got
Theo.
like 7 children here. We're solid.
Theo, you're actually
The
up
last time you were
first.
around that many children, they all died.
Aye!
You're out of gemstones to bring him back as well. Just saying.
Well, Theo's gonna. Seeing Styx do that, I think I'll just let out a big eagle squawk as a potential beacon to the team, and then my goal is basically to kill this guy as fast as possible before he alerts any of the other 8 that are around the town that the jig is up.
Yep.
So eagle bomb dive straight down onto them.
I just love you say my goal is to not alert the others to the issue.
They don't know eagle squawk means the jig is up, but the team knows the eagle squawk.
They might
means
go take a look.
Normal eagle stuff. There's just eagle noises.
Eagle in the town.
Middle of town.
It's just theatrics. It's just part of the show.
And apparently eagles make the same sounds as Zoidberg people do when they're trying to mate. But
That's outstanding. I love that.
But yeah, bombing down eagle strike is the what?
Squaw?
Is the play. So yeah, dive down. We'll go talons first into the multi-hit with the beak.
Okay. Alrighty. Done. Alright, perfect. What's your roll? It hasn't come up for me yet.
13 to hit.
13, okay. 13 is
he
not
prone,
enough
though?
to hit. Oh, he
That's
is
right.
prone. Yes, he is prone. As Styx drops on top of him, you have advantage. Yes, he is prone.
My guy.
Is a swoop considered a ranged attack?
No, because he's coming into melee range, but nice try.
Oh,
I
you're
appreciate the effort to fuck up his day. 10 is also not going to take the 13.
But I just landed down beside him. I was trying too hard to avoid Styx, so then I'll go in with the beak instead.
Okay, easy done.
And go worse again. But he is still prone.
You do have advantage still on the... Oh, no, sorry. 19!
13.
So always take the first damage. In this case, that's going to be 5 points of damage.
Great. That also do some radiant damage and stuff too, though.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Tell me the radiant damage.
So my first attack will do. Where are you? It'll do 1d8. We'll do fire damage at the start, and then there's also some radiant damage to follow along with that.
8 fire damage is very nice.
Where's my radiant damage hiding? It is hiding from me right now. Why are you hiding from me?
That's okay. If you want to tell me later.
Sorry. No, it's not normal or additional radiant. The initial damage wasn't piercing. It was radiant.
Would you like to make that radiant damage instead of piercing damage? Oh no, it is. It is radiant damage anyway.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Good. Then that does have an effect. Styx, as you watch. Oh yeah.
How loud was the cry?
Yeah.
Does the rest of us hear it?
How? Actually, that's a good question. Yeah, Thea, how are you squawking to get their attention, to call to your companions?
Or is it just like an eagle squawking?
Yeah, I'll probably just keep it to eagle squawking, and they can try and make the call on whether I don't want it to be like.
Well, here's the thing, right? You would all see as Theo takes off with Styx, as they go above a series of buildings, roughly sort of 80 feet away from you towards you watch as Styx suddenly drops, and then Theo drops down after him going, disappears.
Yeah,
it's up to you whether or not you think that's worth investigating.
We're in active search.
At the very least, it's like Styx has fallen and needs help. So it's like...
Help, I have fallen and I can't get up.
You got good at the Styx voice.
Thank you. I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah, a lot of practice.
It doesn't hurt as much as it used to. I think I've got calluses on my vocal cords now.
God.
They're great. Look, you would see this. I would say that with your passive perception, especially your passive perception, Blood, and Killian, I think your passive perception is pretty sweet as well. You would see this.
Oh, well, there goes that plan, damn it.
Uh-oh. We should go help.
This is entirely not my fault.
I'm perfectly happy in that instance for you guys then to... let me bring... Have I brought... Yeah, sorry, Blood, I'll need to give you... I just realised you need a... You haven't got a token there, Blood, do you? Let me give you a token on here. Nope, that's my bad. Here you go. You go, Blood. If you guys would also like to roll initiative, I'm going to say it's going to take you at least one full round of combat to join this, but I mean, it's 80 feet away. If you're dashing, you're all getting a next round of combat. So if you're happy to roll me initiative, and then we'll bring you in at the start of the next round. Jonor 22, very, very nice. Alrighty, so next up after Theo was the Death Shepherd. The Death Shepherd is surprised because a Warforged dropped from the fucking sky on top of it.
Weird.
Tithla, it is your go next.
Tithla is just gonna... okay, cool. Kids, get back! Stand back! I'll protect you with my life! And she's going to take a half step back and just shoot at whatever has been crushed and demolished and is lying on the ground.
Tithla would have no context for what's happening or why we're attacking this person.
Tithla has 100% faith in her friends. If they're attacking someone, it's got to be for a good reason. So that's what she's going to do. Does 16.
Holy shit, I've just seen. Did we get a natural 20 from Jonor, Killian, and Blood for initiative? We got 3 natural 20s for initiative back to back.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Just leapt to attention.
Why not?
And did my radiant damage do something?
Yes, it did. It did more than the piercing for sure. I'm gonna bring you guys across to a map. I was just getting a map ready because I can't show you the map I wanted to have in place here because it would be not ideal for my purposes for later, shall we say. So I'm just bringing you across to a little map over here that I can put you all on. But that is the reason for the slight delay, because I didn't realize you would be... I didn't call me crazy, but I didn't see Tithla following a random child to this section of the town
honestly, that's you. That's on you for not seeing that coming.
You're right.
You put an opportunity for Tithla to leave.
I
think you
I was
created
half
those
expecting. I was half expecting those children to be like the missing children with the hags and all of that sort of stuff. And
as tempting as that was, I already the plan for the Death Shepherds had been very clearly set up by our good friend Sergey, and it wasn't fair enough for me to take that. 16 does hit with Arginvost's breath.
Sorry, what was that? Hits?
16 hits, yes.
Nice. That's a lot of dice that I just rolled. That's a 10 plus the cold damage that I can't see there.
Okay, that is going to be 10 plus 6.
Nice. And then she's just going to shoot again if the thing's still moving. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
And then that is stuck rolling on my screen.
Oh, that's fun.
There we go. 11 plus whatever cold damage is, because it doesn't show on here still.
That is going to be 11 plus 1 in this instance,
Nice.
so 12 points of damage.
Cool. And then Tithla is going to turn around and just check on the kids, see how they're going.
Scared. They look scared. They are sprinting out of the alleyway as quickly as they can, screaming as they run, leaving this area as quickly as they physically can.
You. Stay safe.
They don't seem to be sticking around. Sorry, Tithla.
No, that's good. They're staying safe. Gotta look after yourself. Look after. It's the airplane rule, right? You got to put your own mask on before you can help other people.
That's fair. That is fair. And the kids do seem to be much safer than they were a second ago. I'm just having to manually move all of the turns across because of the annoying way that it has done this on Roll20, but that's okay. Styx, I believe it is your turn next, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, Tithla.
And so great. Now the kids are out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Happy days. Tithla is going to. Now we're going to let loose.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to do. Never mind.
Cool. Styx, it is your turn next.
Okay, so when you were describing the scene before of me detecting the critters,
the building behind, basically inside the building right behind.
Right, so there's more in the building. Was what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that they're in the building, and then I will.
What are in the building?
I don't respond. I'm busy attacking. I will. The sun sword comes out of my arm, and I'm gonna just try and hack into this chucklefuck.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Chucklefuck. Yeah, fine. Absolutely.
Oh, that was a wildly good roll. Holy shit.
22 is a great start.
2
9...
8s and a 7 on my d8s.
Holy shit. And it is an undead target as well. That is going to be 24 points of radiant damage. So 9 from the base damage of the sword, 8 additional radiant because it is an undead target, and then 7 radiant damage for your sun sword bonus. 24 points of damage. You watch as you carve through this creature, Styx. It burns away in that sudden burst of holy energy. It is still up, but barely.
Good. Well, I will take my second strike at it then.
Fantastic. That's an 18 to hit. You do actually have advantage on these. Do you want to roll just another d20 just to see if you get a crit?
Yeah, go on. Who knows?
Why not, hey?
Nah.
All good. 22 to hit. That is going to be 24 points of radiant damage. Oh, no, sorry, that was the last one. This one is going to be 17 points of radiant damage. 8, 6, and 3. Styx, how do you want to do this?
Very perfunctory, actually. I think he's just going to bisect him. Just and then start sprinting for the building.
As you sprint towards the doorway, cutting through the Death Shepherd, as you carve this thing apart, you watch as the bones fall apart, the black robe that it is sort of the illusion wearing off, allowing it sort of summon. You watch as it didn't even have a chance to raise its scythe. This attack, this brutal series of attacks, taking this thing out before it could even harm you. You watch as it falls apart, it opens its mouth wide, a silent scream as shadows begin to fly out, burning through the air in front of it as they rise up before dissipating, burning away to nothing. And as you rush towards the door, are you kicking in the door, or are you sort of being a bit more stealthy?
Yeah, I'm kicking in the door.
As you kick in the door, slamming through, staring into the room beyond, you can see there are 8 figures all standing around. And as they rise and look towards you, you watch as there's this sort of confused look, and then the disguises melt away, revealing these black cloaked figures all pulling out sides as they stare towards you. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. In the midst of combat, we will be jumping back in at the top of the round for everyone to have their goes. Fuck, I've got to say, the air to ground Styx Isle was a fairly impressive, maneuver. I did not see coming.
That's amazing.
It was
and
completely on the fly too.
Yeah, well, on the fall. Goodness me. Oh, good. Holy shit. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. That is all we have time for. We will be jumping back in next week. I called tonight the festival, thinking that we would be getting to the festival, but
one day
one day
we'll get to the festival.
Like, so obscenely.
Maybe did start,
but it's not this day.
Confident.
I mean, to be fair, Tithla did try and partake in the festival. She was
The only
engaging
one.
with people,
I was chatting and talking
getting
about
the
festival
apple.
activities. I was down to do some road races, some traditional Nostane activities, but no.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's
I
not a
left on a
traditional
horse.
Australian activity. Only you celebrate it that way.
But did you fuck off? Did you actually go get the horse?
Yeah, I was going to leave. No, I was going to. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
well,
really
He
did.
didn't get.
Can't believe you left us.
Oh my
You
god.
really don't want to party, do you?
Thank you so much, everybody. We will see the fallout of this Fallout of the Sky.
We already just saw the fallout.
Yeah, we'll see the fallout of this
literally.
next week. But
That's the episode title for today.
yeah, and I'm gonna have Styx horizontal falling from the top of the screen in the episode titles. I'll just have like underneath like an undead look like God as it gets crushed. That'll get some clicks, I reckon. Fucking a bit of a spoiler. But thank you so much for joining us. For those of you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and raid a lovely friend of the channel, which is obviously going to be RollTogether RPG. You've got your Chronicles of Eredron up, correct, Josh?
Yars.
Perfect. We'll get that raid going right now. I will have that jump across. We will be jumping in to that in a moment. For those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, thank you so much. The YouTube algorithm is much like these Death Shepherds. It's in need of a good crushing, and the best way to do it is to smash the like button like you are a Warforged dropping from the sky on top of it. And same with the comment section and the subscribe button. I want you to imagine you're a Warforged stretching out so you can get all 3 of them at once. It really helps us out. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. That's the
You've
least...
got to make the wee noise at the same time, though.
As you drop. Yeah, for sure. If you can comment wee, that would be amazing. We'd really appreciate that. I want you to find a font that looks like Styx's voice. If you can do that, that'd be sick. Goodness me. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We will see you all next week. You can catch past episodes on YouTube at The Lost Archives, D&D, or on the podcast platform of your choice. We've got our Return of the Giants campaign on Wednesday. Some really exciting news about the Cosmere TTRPG coming soon, but that won't be until we wrap up our Curse of Strahd campaign. So for all of you here, lovely Curse of Strahd people, time to go and read the Way of Kings if you have not already.
It's just some light reading, don't worry.
Just some light reading. In fact, I need you to read The Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, and Oathbringer, because we are setting it between books 3 and 4. You're going to need to do some reading. Get reading. Oh, goodness me. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay well. We will see you all in the next episode. Until then, goodbye. Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.